We have the ability to automate tasks in our daily lives like never before. This can range from things that are simple and mundane to complex and multifaceted. A lot of people are starting to call this intelligent automation, which is just an umbrella term. And there's a buzzword bingo card full of technologies that fall underneath that. So things like robotic process automation and application programming interface and machine learning and artificial intelligence. I'm excited about what these technologies can do for us. I think it's going to be a huge benefit for our society, give us a lot of time back in our life, but it is a set of tools. And like any set of tools, it carries risks with it that we need to be aware of. You might have seen these technologies come up in the news a lot lately. One particular area I've seen a lot is talking about truck drivers. Several million truck drivers here in the US, and a lot of people are concerned that this technology is going to have a very negative impact on them. However, I ran across an article just the other day that talked about how truck drivers were excited because port is beginning to automate the loading of items onto their trucks, making them much more efficient. So it's a complex topic, right? There's many different angles that come at it. So what I want to do next is just share with you quickly a number of examples just to show you how pervasive this has become. Over the last year, I had a problem at my house, had a very intermittent leak coming from my kitchen down into my basement. The only way I'd know about it is because my kids who were playing in the basement would run upstairs screaming that there's a wall of water coming down the basement, which is not good, right? And so I bought this little sensor, and I put it under my sink, and anytime it detects moisture, it sends this big, loud, annoying alarm to my phone and tells me something's going on. So I can go in there, stop running the water, go clean up the water, and try to figure out what's going on. So this makes my life a lot easier, saves, reduces my anxiety a little bit, and saves me a potentially costly repair down the road. This product here takes that notion a step further. You actually install this on the water line coming into your house. So it will detect a leak, and if it detects that, it will proactively turn the water off. Example of this is we had friends recently. They went away for a couple weeks on vacation, flushed the toilet right before they walked out the door, and the water just kept running and running for a couple days until someone detected it. This will take care of problems like that for you. I hate trying to pick up dry cleaning. I feel like that place is never open when I am driving by it. This new Tide dry cleaner is by my house. Actually, it has a drawer where I can drop things off at any time. That's not very exciting or technological. However, it has a door there where I can go up at any time of day, scan a code off my phone, and it'll actually spit my shirts out the side of the building. I think that's pretty cool. Right? Now I'm not beholden to some 8 to 5 or 8 to 6 schedule of when to pick up my dry cleaning. How many people have ever tried to record a sporting event on a DVR a couple years ago? What'd you have to do? You had to record the event, the thing after it, and maybe the second thing after it, just in case, right? Well, YouTube TV fixed that for me. Right? So when I go to record a game or an event on that, it is smart enough to cross-reference the recording with the box score, and if the game goes into overtime or gets a weather delay or goes longer than expected, it'll automatically extend that recording for me. I think that's pretty cool. This is, my wife and I have 2 young daughters right now, and we spend a lot of time texting back and forth, making sure kids are where they need to be and no one's left behind. So I have a little button on the home screen of my phone that I can push that will automatically populate a text to my wife, and it will go check Google Maps, input the drive time from wherever I'm at to where I get home, and send that off to her, right? This makes life a little more efficient and much more accurate because I don't have to guess when I'm going to be home. And I'm embarrassed to say that is an actual text string on the side there and all its rich, communications there. It was not doctored for this at all. And last example. How many of us at work, we have part of our job is to check a number, right? I check a number in this system against a number in that system, or I check this number against what it was last week or last month or last year. Right? If I do that for too long, my eyes go cross-eyed. We can use these technologies now to do tasks like that. Check the numbers for us and send us the ones that don't look quite right. And our time becomes much, much more efficient because I'm not spending a whole bunch of time hunting and pecking for those kind of ones that don't look right. I'm focused on the couple, and I can do some deep investigation on those. So as I wrap up here, let me share you 3 quick ideas I want to leave you with here. Number 1, we know long-term economic growth is driven by increases in productivity, brought about by technologies like these. So I think for a society, this is going to be a good thing, right? So look for ways to use these in your life. Hopefully I gave you a couple examples of where to look. It's going to give you time back in your life and resources that you can redeploy to other areas. Secondly, especially for those of you who are employers, some people are going to be affected by this, some more than others. This is kind of one of those technologies where I think everybody is going to be affected at least to a small extent. So be sympathetic to those people who are affected. Help them through training, change management, give them the support they need, because it is a trying time. I mean, I know even I'm in this field, and there are even tasks that I used to do a couple years ago that are now being automated. And then lastly, be very planful about how you're going to use this time that you're given, right? We live in a noisy world where it's hard to focus, right? We only have so much cognitive ability. I think these technologies are a good way to give us some of that back. So be planful about what you're going to do with it, right? Can you help shape your organization's strategy in a changing market? Can we help tackle some of those societal problems that we have even right here in our own city? And can you use it to spend time with the ones you love? These are all things that automation isn't going to be able to replace for us. Thank you.